what our morning commute could look like because that's kind of the timeline of when this last burst, you're saying, of snow showers is coming through our area.
Let's hope for at least a while.
Got to get this out and then hopefully warming up next week.
Right.
So we're still good for another, I'd say, hour and a half or so. Snow is just now getting into northern Indiana, like South Bend and Gary. It'll come into central Indiana 6:30, 7:30, and it probably needs a good 20 minutes first before it starts getting slick. So I think that second half of the morning commute could turn kind of dicey for some of us. Let's go ahead and take a look at the radar, show you where the snow is this morning and kind of the timeline of when we expect it to arrive. So this is the cold front squeezing out this burst of some snow showers. The roads are now covered in a fresh layer of snow in parts of Wisconsin. I was looking at some of their cameras. But the snow is now just starting to get into northern Indiana. Now the southern fringes, what you'll get first, kind of scattered. Still, the more consistent snow is still over Lake Michigan. So we still got a couple hours to go. Right now here in Indianapolis, we're dry, we're cloudy, but this is roughly the estimated timeline of when you could see some of the snow. So when it says 6 o'clock, it's the 6 o'clock hour. So the 6 o'clock hour is just starting to get into Kokomo and Lafayette, the 7 o'clock hour all the way up to Indianapolis, and then the 8 o'clock hour after 8 o'clock, you'll be probably more south of Indy, so Greenwood and heading into Bloomington maybe a little bit later. This is a rough timeline. Remember, it's scattered at first, so everyone's kind of getting something different along the leading edge, and then you're going to get more of a consistent snow band. This is another way to look at it for the timing. 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock, most of the snow is coming in. I think we get a break right around lunchtime. In fact, I think it will stop. We'll have some clouds, and then on and off flurries are likely throughout the rest of the day as stiff northwest winds go over Lake Michigan. They get enhanced with some of that moisture, and then we're going to have some on and off flurries. But right now we're dry. Across Indianapolis, we're at 24 degrees, a little bit of a southwest wind, so we're not as cold this morning. And this is honestly great news for us because temperatures in the 20s help make the road treatment a little bit more effective. Once you get down below about 15 degrees, that's when it starts not working as well. So that's some good news, but we still think there's going to be some slick spots. I know NDOT's been out, a lot of local highway crews have been out too. We'll have 20s with snow arriving. Some of us will be able to get to school before the snow really comes in, and some of us will kind of start seeing the snow arrive as we are headed to school. And then this afternoon, I think we actually get above freezing. It won't feel like it because of the wind, but we'll have these on and off snow flurries. So generally, 6 o'clock in the morning to noon is when we're going to expect some snow. Indianapolis, I think a shorter window of 7 to 11 generally. But there's a good chance for some light accumulation, maybe a dusting in spots. But here's the other thing. Not everyone gets the same amount of moisture, precipitation. So the bulk of this system is going to go down I-65 and areas to the east. If you're far west of 65, you could get some isolated snow showers, maybe even a little bit of light freezing drizzle. That's what that pink color is. But if you go west, everything's going to be a little bit drier. You go east, that's where there's more moisture. That's where you're going to get more of an impact. So higher totals are likely in eastern Indiana. By noon, this is out of here, but then we're likely going to get some on and off snow flurries for the rest of the afternoon and evening, which we'll have to keep a very close eye out because we have the second round of the semifinals for high school girls basketball sectionals for tonight. So watch out for slick spots. Even though the heavy stuff is gone, temperatures will be cold, and so we may still have some slick spots even into Saturday. After a cold weekend, Jalea, finally next week gets a little bit warmer.
We just have to climb till we get there. Thank you, Matt. Well, a new video is showing the moment a driver crashed right into the Detroit Metro Airport.
This happened last month, and take a look. You can see a black car driving to the left side of your